Hi guys and welcome. I'm Abhijit and I'm going to teach you how to solve 3 by 3 blindfolded. This series will be divided into two parts. First covering corners and edges, and the method is called BOP. It's super easy to learn. Let's get started. Hello everyone. Today we'll be trying to look at how to solve a cube blindfolded, and this is going to be a beginner's method. So a little bit of introduction about myself. My name is Abhijit and I've been speed cubing since 2008, and I first learned how to solve a cube blindfolded way back in 2013, and I used the method called M2 and R2. So the M2 method is doing the M2 method as an interchange. What is an interchange? I'll talk in a bit. So I used M2 for the edges, and the edge piece is like this piece, edge piece, and R2 for the corners. But this is not what I am going to teach you today, because that method is a method which is in the old ages. So the method called 3OP, M2R2, and like just old Pacman and all these methods do not go that well nowadays with the new hardware and new inventions and progress that the community has done. Editor Abhijit here. I just wanted to say M2 is still being used nowadays, and it's a really good method. It's a bit faster than BOP edges, but it uses DF buffer, so I won't be covering it. So yeah, M2 still exists, but it's not what I would recommend. So today I'm going to teach you old Pacman, but a variant of it which is called the Bryant's old Pacman. So I think so every one of you must be familiar with the 3 by 3. Everyone knows what a 3 by 3 is, but I'm just speaking in general terms. There might be someone who doesn't know what a 3 by 3 is. So in a 3 by 3, what you have is 8 corners and 12 edges. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 corners on the top, 4 corners on the bottom. A total of 8 corners. A corner is a piece having 3 colors in it attached to it, and then we have 12 edges. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 edges and the 6 centers, and the centers are constant while you are trying to solve blindfolded. This is the official WC orientation, and a lot of top blind solvers use this as their orientation, but I will be choosing this orientation, orange front and yellow top, which is nothing but YO or the YO orientation. So yeah, let's talk. We have talked about the pieces, and we have talked about the previous methods that existed. Now we'll just jump right into the method itself. So the method that I'm going to teach you is called BOP method. As every method goes, you have a buffer from where you are trying to solve. So if I just have an example case right here, so I just trace from this sticker, which is this whole piece. Future me again. A buffer is a piece, just to clarify, a piece from where you start tracing and start solving for blindfolded. So you have a buffer for two piece types, edge and corners, just to be clear. So yeah. So I just to have universal naming system, I'll be naming this as UF, so up front, and then this I'll be naming it as LF or left front, and then this I'll be naming it as UR or upright. So basically it's just a cycle: UF, LF and UR. So I won't be explaining the concept of commutators in this two-part video. So this is the first part. First part I'll be going over the corners and how to do them, and in the second part I'll be going over the edges, all the possible cases in edges. Okay. So yep. Before talking about anything else, I want to make sure that you guys, if you search up my channel Cubelang, you will be seeing about 15-20 BLD tutorials on it. But the thing is, these tutorials I made it in the year 2018, and it's kind of a bit outdated now because 2018 is almost 3 years back. So yeah, that's why this is a fresh video. You can always look up the older videos. The playlist of BLD that you find on Cubelang, that's not a complete tutorial. It's just a guideline kind of thing. Just want to make sure about that. It's not a complete tutorial. On my channel or any other channel like Jack Kai's channel or maybe like Noah Arthur's channel, but it's always good to look at the newest and latest and the most easiest way of solving. So yeah, without further ado, we'll talk about the buffers. So the buffer for the edge is going to be this, or the UF sticker, and the buffer for the corner is going to be UFR. Now if you just Google search or YouTube search blindfold, 3x3 blindfold, you will be getting mostly M2OP as the most preferred method. Yeah, if you've just blindfold anything on cubing related tutorials, you will always stumble upon JPerm. So just to make sure, JPerm is not a blindfold solver. He's mainly creating content in all cubing aspects. So I wouldn't recommend following his tutorial, but his tutorial on M2OP is pretty decent, so you can check it out. But he hasn't covered BOP method, which I'm covering here. So yeah, JPerm, don't rely on him if you are following this. And the buffer for M2 method is DF, and for the old OP method is the UBL. So the thing is, these two buffers are never used at the highest level. They are used, but not as a primary buffers. These two buffers are one of the most heavily optimized buffers and one of the fastest buffers when you are trying to do methods like 3 style and 5 style. So yeah, that's why we are going to choose these two buffers in the BOP method, and we'll be just talking about the one algorithm that you will be needing for BOP method, and that algorithm is the JPerm. By JPerm I don't mean the Cuber Dylan pack from US. By JPerm I mean the PLL called JPerm. It's going to be used a lot in BOP while solving both corners, edges and parity. All three is JPerm. So you guys also know JPerm. It's a very simple algorithm. So R U R prime, F prime, R U R prime, U prime R prime, F R2, U prime R prime, U prime. So yeah, that's a really nice algorithm, one of the fastest algorithm. Many people like it. So this algorithm, what it exactly does in BLD sense is it swaps to edges and swaps to corner. So what it is swapping is UF UR and UFR UBL. So that's what it's doing, and this is the only algorithm that we'll be using in BOP method. So yep, without further ado, let's try and tackle corner targets. I'll be just showing each case and how to solve them. So yep, let's see maybe UBL. So UBL, if you have okay, now what do I mean by UBL? There will be all these 3-letter targets that I'll be telling. So the first is the UBL. So if you just see that this is the UBL. So from this buffer, it's the up, back, left. So there will be various targets I'll be covering in the next few minutes. So make sure that you are keeping track of it. So what you can try to do is the setup move is L prime, U prime, L, U, a 4-move setup, and then you just do the standard JPerm that you know, and then you undo it. Undo the U prime, L prime, UL, and what you get is the target here is the UBL target. So this is the buffer, and it wants to go here. Basically this is a Y2 of a YPerm. So if you know some other PLLs, this is just a YPerm, but what exactly it does is it solves UBL piece. So what I can do is L prime U prime LU, and then just undo this. So yeah, that's UBL sticker covered. If the target that you have is UBR, then it's just the JPerm that you have to do, so it's quite easy. And if you have UFR, then there is something called as a cycle break that you have to do. So I'll have to set up a scramble for that. Let me just hand scramble. Yeah. So yeah, let's see. So this goes here, this goes back here, this goes here, this goes here. Now as you can see, this sticker is a buffer piece. So you have to cycle break it somewhere. So I started tracing from here. This piece wanted to go here. So this blue, red and yellow wanted to go here. This white, red and green wanted to go here. So what you can say, this is RBU, and then this is DBL. So RBU DBL is the first two targets. So here to here, and then here to here. So what we have here is the buffer itself, but it's going to be twisted when it's going to be solved. So that's why there's a concept called a cycle break that we have to do. So in cycle break, you just shoot it to somewhere where it hasn't been shot to. So maybe here, UBL, and then it goes here, and then it goes here, and then it goes here, and it completes the cycle. So yeah, that's the concept of cycle break. And another concept that you might encounter is of twisted corners. So let's see what twisted corners are. I did 2 moves to the scramble, and what I have here is twisted corners. So if you see everything, all of those corners are looking fine, but these 2 corners are almost solved, but they need to be twisted. So the way I deal with them is I do a left T-sewn and a right T-sewn to just deal with the twisted corners. And if I have the inverse of it, so like going anti-clockwise and then this one going clockwise, so I just do righty sewn, righty anti-sewn, and then lefty anti-sewn. So yeah, that's the way I try and deal with all these cases. This anti-sewn and sewn way of doing 2 twists is not the best at the advanced level. I use R' DPM RD U commutator. So yeah, it's not the best way of doing 2 twists, but it's very reliable, and that's what we want at the beginner's level. So yeah, that's the concept of corner twists and cycle breaks. I won't be talking about flipped edges, that will be in part 2 of the video, but yeah, these 2 things you have to keep in mind. So we have already talked about UBL and UBR, and if the next target is UFR itself, that means you have to cycle break. If it is UFL, then what you can try and do is L2, B2, and then do the J-pump, and then undo L2, B2. So what exactly happened is this is UFL is being set up. So if you have the last target as UFL, you just do L2, B2, B2, L2, undo it. The UFL case that I showed, it's nothing but a JA perm. So if you know other PLLs, you can just do a JA perm by you can just do the JA perm. You don't need to do L2, B2 and then JB perm and then undo it. So yeah, this is some small things, tricks that you can try to do if you know full PLL. So yeah, that's all the cases. Now we move on to the next set of targets that you can have. The next one is LUB, which is left, up, back. So if you have this, you just do a B prime and then do the normal J perm and undo it. So you have LUB set up here. So you just do B prime and then J perm. Next is LUF. So if it's LUF, you just have to do L prime B prime. It's just 2 moves set up. Normal J perm and then undo. So you have LUF being set up here. And if you have LDF, you just do L2 B prime. So like here, so here to here. And lastly, if you have LDB, so you just do L B prime. So yeah, this covers the left side cases. Now we go to the front side. So FUL, which is this sticker. If you have this sticker, you do L U prime L2 U. L U prime L2 U and then stop normal J perm and then undo U prime L2 U L prime. So let's do it one more time. This setup moves can be a bit awkward, especially the L U prime L2 U. So just keep in mind that these cases are also GBLLs. So if you have observed, they are also GBLLs. So if you know some GBLLs, you can just directly do the GBLL. But I'm expecting you to not know it. You only have to stick to the J pump and the setup mode. That's all. And then if you have FUR, that means it's a buffer piece itself. You just have to cycle break. And let's come to FDR, which is this sticker. What you have to do is UR U prime, do the standard J pump undo. So this is FDR, and next what we can have is FDL. So if FDL is the target, the setup move is R, D2, R prime, and then we again try to do the J pump, and we have FDL setup here. So R, D2, R prime, R, D2, R prime. Now we'll come to the right side faces. So this is right, RUF meaning that it's the buffer itself when you are tracing, and that means there is you have to do a cycle break. So yeah, let's go to RUB, which is the back side. So wide R prime, U2, R, B prime is the setup. So let's do it once more. Wide R prime, U2, wide R, B prime, and then do the J pump, D, wide R prime, U2R. So that sets it up. So let's do it once more. Wide R prime, U2R, B prime, and now we have right down back RDB. So it's quite easy. R, D, R prime, and then do the J pump, R, D prime, R prime. So it sets it up. So R, D, R prime, R, D prime, R prime. So yeah, that's it. Now we have R, D, F, which is this sticker, and we can try to do D2, R, D prime, R prime. That's the foremost setup. D2, R, D prime, R prime. Do the J pump. Then R, D, R prime, D2. Undo it. Okay. There are some tricks that you can try to do. So the way I try to deal with this case is I use commutators and full parity. So these are the things which are quite advanced, and I don't want to go over it. That's why you just go through the very simple way of trying to deal with such cases. So if you have R, D, F that you are tracing, you just do D2, R, D prime, R prime, do the J pump, do R, D, R prime, D2 to solve it. Yeah. Now let's move on to the back side, which is BUR. So back upright, which is this figure. If you have this as the next target, what you try to do is do the setup B, wide R prime, U2R, do the J pump, then do B prime, wide R prime, U2R, B prime. So that's the way you can try to do. Let's do it once more. So this is the sticker that you have, BUR. So B, wide R prime, U2R. And next you have BUL, which is this sticker. And what I can try to do is L prime, B2 as the setup, and then do the J pump, B2L. So yeah, that sets it up. L prime, B2. Okay. Now we have BDL, back down left, and this is a very easy 3-move setup. U prime, L, U. So if you are wondering what the setup moves are doing, it's just bringing the piece that we want to interchange to this spot, UBR spot. So the next target was this, so I just did U prime, L, U, and it just brought the piece that was here right here. So let's do the J pump, undo. Okay. Yeah, and finally we have BDR. So it's this target at the back, and that is DR, D prime, R prime. 4-move setup to set this up here, and then do the J pump, R, D, R prime, D prime to undo it. Okay. So DR, D prime, R prime, J pump, R, D, R prime, D prime. So we have covered this side, this side, this side, this side, this side, leaving the only one side, which is the bottom side, the corner targets at the bottom side. So yeah, let's try and get into it. So we have DFL, which is this one, and for DFL you just do D prime, B2, do the J pump, B2, D, and if you see, all the next ones are the setup to this one only. So let's do it once more. D prime, B2. If you have DFR, which is this, you just do D2 B2 and then JPOM B2 D2, undo the setup. So let's do it once more, D2 B2 B2 D2, and if you have DBR, which is at the back right here, you just do D B2 JPOM B2 D prime. So if you have at the back D B2 B2 D prime, and finally if you have DBL down back left, so you just do a normal B2 JPOM B2. So that's the way you try to do it. So B2 JPOM, undo the setup of B2. So yeah, that covers all the targets for the corners. Before I end the first part, I would like to show an example solve. Okay, so I hold it here. Okay, so we'll try and trace the corners first. So if you can see, this should be my buffer, and this goes to DBR. So DBR is just this, and at DBR what I am having is LUF, which is this sticker. At LUF what I am having is BDL, which is this sticker, and at BDL what I have is BUR, which is this sticker, and at BUL what I am having is BUL, which is this sticker, and what I am having here is a twisted corner. If you can see, this is going to go clockwise. So yeah, let's get started. So first is DBR. So here one thing that you have to do, and which I'll be showing in part 2 as well, is you have to do counting. So right here what you have to try to do is, so first was BDR 1, then LUF 2, BDL 3, BUR 4 and BUL 5. So there are 5 targets that were shot to, and then the corner twist. Since the number of targets is odd, that means there will be a thing called as parity, and I'll be explaining more about parity in the second part of this tutorial. So parity is nothing but you just have to do one extra JPOM for solving 2 edges and 2 corners. So if you have even number of targets that you have traced, you will be having parity as well. So in this case we'll be having parity, but we won't be dealing with it unless we do the complete walkthrough. So right now we are just going through the edges, the corners. So this D B2 JPOM B2 D prime. So it solves this, flips these 2 edges and brings the new edge, the new corner here, and we have the new corner going to LUF. So it's L prime B prime JPOM BL prime. Yeah. Yep. So that solves the LUF sticker. Then you have this, which is BDL. So U prime LU JPOM again U prime L prime U. So solves this sticker, which is BDL. Next you have BUR, which is right at the back. So B wide R prime U2R JPOM wide R prime U2R B prime. That solves this. And finally we have BUL, which is L prime B2 JPOM B2L. And finally we have this twisted corner. So what I try to do is D move, and then what I have here is 2 flipped corners, and I just do a lefty sewn from here and a righty sewn from here and undo. So that solves the corners, and it even resolves the twist as well. So yeah, in part 2 I'll be talking about flipped edges, cycle breaks in edges, and also how to deal with parity, and yeah, just overall some tips and how to get started on more advanced blindfold solving, like commutators, 3 style and 5 style method. So yeah, that's it for part 1. If you have any doubts and comments, please let me know down below. And just a quick note is that this method is newly developed People in the past they have been using old Pacman and M2 OP and 3 OP and so on methods for beginner blindfold solving, but this method is much more convenient. There also exists a method called Orozco and ICA. So Orozco is for corners and ICA is for edges. Both these methods are good, but they involve a concept called as commutators, and I don't want to keep this talk too technical or this tutorial too technical, so that's why I don't have the commutators. The only algorithm that you need to know is the humble JPerm, which is solving 2 edges and 2 corners. So yeah, that's it for the tutorial. For part 2 I'll be talking all the edge targets, and yeah, do let me know if you have any doubts. Next, you made it this far, that means you really are interested in BLD solving. So yeah, just watch through this video a couple of times. You need to know a bit more about how the setup move goes for corners and the JPerm, and then undoing the setup. So many beginners, they struggle with undoing the setup moves, and that is what I think so you should be working on before jumping into part 2, which will be about parity and corner edge setup moves. So I hope a BOP method is really good. There will be also a sheet linked up, Google Sheet, and this BOP method has a lot of potential because it becomes easier to go to Orozco ICA method and finally going to 3-star method. So yeah, it's really good. See you in part 2. Bye.